Hi, dance class of Dance 3200. Hi, Professor Maria. Um, Due to the coronavirus that's going on, the Kane University has decided to suspend like in-person activities throughout the semester. So, what was to be covered in class today, me and group two we're supposed to cover the chapter we had read and to share what we found interesting about the chapter. Um, this is a chapter about Cornerstone. It's a mention that teachers don't teach dance students the importance of how a dance can look and what it can be. The concept is to feed ideas to the students to be creative in the art of dance and what it should look like, be like, think like, and do. This is where the four cornerstones comes in to achieve the art education of dance. The cornerstone is one is dancing and performing, two creating and composing, three, knowing history, culture, and context, knowing about it, analyzing and critiquing, responding. This is what all students must know about dance. It's a treasure. It's something that it really holds on to of what dance is all about. The cornerstone is to make sure that it's understood, bring substance and relate to dance context to appreciate it throughout the entire course. It develops skills and knowledge to know and respond to dance through the choreographic works of others, themselves, and their own dancing of their bodies. The four cornerstones never change, and it is what is needed for students, and that's what I found interesting about the chapter. It's something that students should know about dancing and how it is formed as an art. And that's what I found interesting about the chapter in one of the pages. Um, it's pretty much it's like baby steps, it's baby steps, creative expression, classical culture, and reflect on dancing. That's what I found interesting about the chapter. Uh, it's a mega ideas and concept is understanding the dance. It's all about knowing and understanding of like what the dance is about. When doing the dance, it is you to identify and help students to identify the enduring understanding and what they just did, what they absorbed when doing the movement. So you are giving what's important about the movement and dance. It's an instrument and movement in the medium of expression. Dancers and choreographers leave an imprint on dance. You leave like something that's in awe and in amazement of like the dance that you did. Dance is a universal language of human expression, and that is very true. That's what I found interesting about the chapter. In the chapter, and the principles of design support of the art of choreography. And that's what I found very interesting about the chapter because it's very true. Because dance, you know, it's a non-language expression of the what dancers do. They put in so much energy in their body that the body speaks for itself of what they're doing, and it's saying a lot about their energy, about their emotion. So that's what I liked about that passage in the chapter. It takes ideas from other dance styles and on themes about topics about like social things, and they can put that into dancing, and that's part of being creative. um, have idea of movements and that take learning to pass it on, and how it's dance is an art. The integration like is to relate one to the other. Dance art of a cultural background is to give a viewpoint, clarity, expand creative like problem solving, is to grasp the history, examine feedback, and learn specific skills about like the four cornerstones of dancing. It's best for dancing to be done because the knowledge is best grasped while moving. You can relevant. It can be you can relevant bits of dance history when students dance. Dance inquiry has students experience dance roles and learning and understanding dance. The inquiry approach is a form of a teacher who does the research of dance, and dance inquiry gives creative and critical thinking to for dancers to learn. So that's another thing that caught my eye on the chapter, because like all dance, all like creative movement of dance, like there's a history of where the moves came from, and it's the teachers research to give the students like where this particular move or where this particular dance came from, and that way they have like an idea of like who who came up with this creativity. It's and also it gives and also it feeds everything to the dancers on what they're doing. It's how does my body, how does my body work when doing it, how can I do it better, what can I do with shaping in like space, using the dance floor, using proxemics, how can I best express my idea with the dancing, how well is this working, and how might I do this better. So that's what I found pretty much interesting about the chapter. Oh, another thing that I put here about is the method of inquiry. Uh, each cornerstone approaches dance in a different way. The learning has changed because the method of inquiry keeps students actively at the center of learning and personalize each student's experience with dance. A teacher would be a facilitator in this learning because they learn something themselves. Hold on. This is what I don't like about online classes, because you have so many distractions. That's what I found interesting about the chapter. I'm just gonna keep it going because like there's just nothing. There's just so many distractions that's going on. Also in the chapter, it has the personally inquire as a dancer, how you move, how the dance interacts, how you move, turn, balance, travel, and shape, and express yourself. The choreographer, they explore movement options, improvise, create dance phrases, and investigate the structure of composition, like inquire the art and craft of making a dance. And that's what I found very interesting about the chapter. It's just pretty much it's just pretty much the history of like what should be learned about dancing, like how you can be in dancing, what can you learn from dancing, and doing it, and as soon as it's done, you have an idea like, oh, maybe maybe in this way I can do this, maybe in this way I can do that. It gets the four cornerstones pretty much. It gets your creative thinking going of the art or the art of education of dance. So pretty much, yeah. And me and the group had talked about what we covered in the chapter, and pretty much it was pretty much repeating itself of what the four cornerstones is. And also in the chapter, pretty much the use of the cornerstone is a framework. So pretty much like people of different ages have their own way of learning, like the approach of dance. Like, of course, like I said before, it's the baby steps of, you know, yeah, it's pretty much the baby steps of what dance is, you know, the creative expression of it, like how you move your body, the history of it, and your response to like what you just did in the dance. So pretty much that's the creative movement of the use of cornerstones in dance. That's what I pretty much have for right now. Yeah, like I said, I was gonna keep it going because this is pretty much what online classes is all about. You're in your home and there's just a lot of people around. Yeah, so that's what I have. Hope everybody's staying safe and being healthy. To Professor Maria, I wish we could have had the class with you, though you're going to be on maternity leave soon for the baby. So best of luck. You'll be a good mom. And to the students, it was nice seeing you guys in class. I was having fun doing the dance routine with you guys. So that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say. So I'm gonna try to post this on the link of YouTube, like Professor Maria asked for. So stay healthy, be safe, and have a good day.